Guess what time it is?
It's time for
Good morning, entrepreneurs.
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 Good morning, entrepreneurs. Good morning, entrepreneurs.
Good morning, entrepreneurs.
Good morning, entrepreneurs.
Good Morning Entrepreneurs.
Good morning, 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 freaking fabulous entrepreneurs.
Good morning, entrepreneurs.
Good morning, entrepreneurs.
G'day, good morning, entrepreneurs.
Good morning, entrepreneurs.
Welcome to Good Morning, Entrepreneurs. I have the honor today to introduce our co-hosts, Kim White and Kerry Zarb. Kim White is the founder and fierce leader of the My Sexy Business team. Kerry Zarb is a financial designer for Zinc Business Solutions. Kim in Texas in the United States, Kerry in Australia have come together to build a wonderful community for entrepreneurs where we can work together while building our businesses. I can't wait to see what they share with us today. Over to you, Kim and Kerry.
Good morning.
Good morning, Carrie. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Kim, and good morning, everyone. Welcome to Good Morning Entrepreneurs. And Kim, I think this is show 25.
I can't believe it, Carrie, but it is. It is.
We are pretty excited, and it's going to be a great one.
I think that Adam had a surprise for us for the number 25 show, too.
Oh, did he?
I love it. Love it. We're trying to get some flash, right?
Oh, yes, exactly. Well, Kim, I'm pretty excited about today's show, and I know you are as well. However, we do need to kick off with something a little bit more celebratory as well as tradition. So, Kim, would you tell us why we're here and who we're here for?
I'd love to, Carrie, and thank you. So this show is all about, and Carrie and I are on a mission to help entrepreneurs like us who maybe didn't know what to ask, who to ask, what to do. And we're hoping that on all of our segments, we're answering the questions you're asking. We're hoping that you are finding information that you can take away and change what the trajectory, Carrie, of their businesses and move the needle. These are move the needle kind of times.
Absolutely, Kim. And I don't know about you, but I've always got my little sticky note and pen ready just for those extra special things that come into the show. Yes, pens are primed. I love it. You never know what great information you'll be able to take away from here. And that's what we do as we conduct the show as well.
Pretty exciting, Carrie.
It is. So, Kim, there could be coffee and mine is empty once again.
Mine is full and apparently got foamy, nasty looking stuff around the top of the edge, Carrie, just so everybody knows.
Yours is serious coffee this morning, Kim. I like that a lot.
It is serious coffee. Carrie, I want to stop the scroll for just a second because you know how we are around here. We're a little rogue, so you all know. The producers are a little kind of worried about us sometimes. So if you can take it away for just a second, I am actually going to load something up so that they didn't see it prematurely.
Oh, do that, Kim, for sure, because I think there's a few exciting things coming into today's show. We've got multiple segments, multiple roving reporters, and lots of goodies coming everyone's way.
To you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy
Happy birthday, Adam.
Surprise! So I've had a really hard time, I just have to say, with the whole surprise thing, Carrie. So I had to be really good and not like let that be anywhere. So I've been avoiding Adam a little bit, just so you know.
Oh, Kim, you're classic.
So tomorrow is Adam's birthday. And we want to say happy birthday, Eve, but we also want to say he's amazing and we want him to be celebrated across the globe because he is one of the producers. But more than that, Carrie, he's somebody that we love.
Oh, absolutely. And Adam, you will get an early message from me tomorrow because I'm the first one to celebrate your birthday here in Australia. We are living in the future, so don't be surprised if there's an early message coming through. And Kim, I think it was somebody else's birthday this week.
It was. My sexy cowboy's birthday was Wednesday. Our puppy turned 5 years old this week. Like, we've had a lot of celebration around here this week, Carrie.
I know. It feels like it's just been a party all week long. We've sang happy birthday multiple times in multiple spaces, in multiple tunes, timings, all the things. It's all been happening. So yes, lots of laughs and celebrations together, which is amazing. And Kim, I want to take this opportunity to remind people to pop any questions they might have into the chat where they're tuning in, because we would love to answer those questions in a future show. And we've also got roving reporters out there tuning in. So if you pop in a question that relates to a roving reporter, they might answer you straight away. You just never know your luck.
That's awesome, Carrie.
And Kim, it's time to step into entrepreneur land this morning, our first segment right out of the gate, because there's a few things happening across the globe, Kim. We've got a couple of holidays to celebrate.
We do, Carrie, and I wonder if we should go ahead and talk about the theme right before we talk about the holidays.
Yes.
Only because I want to make sure everybody knows that this whole show is dedicated to asking questions. You know, a lot of times as entrepreneurs, we don't know who to ask or we don't know what to ask sometimes, but this show is about the courage it takes to ask questions, Carrie.
Definitely is, Kim. And we want to, again, as I mentioned before, encourage you to ask those questions. It may not be here, it may not be live on the show that you pop it into the chat, but there might be somebody else that you already know that's in business that can help you on your journey. So reach out to them. If you've got a biz bestie or a biz buddy already, it pays. It pays to ask the questions, Kim, for sure.
It definitely does, Carrie. And now back to the holidays, because I feel like this first holiday is like tied right in.
Yep, it's National Independent Workers' Day was on Wednesday of this week, so we didn't want to skip over that one, even though it was in between two shows, and it was to honour freelancers, independent contractors, small business owners, and others that have dedicated to work independently. So that's a good one, Kim.
It is, Carrie, and I love that we can celebrate the team because, you know, the team is full of independent workers.
Exactly. And Kim, I think there's a holiday that actually I think it's today. It's Never Give Up Day. And that one is the day as a reminder to keep chasing your dreams and never give up on them. So we not only encourage ourselves, but others to never give up and keep going when the going gets tough and overcome the challenges that life throws at us, especially as entrepreneurs.
I love that holiday, Carrie.
And one more, Kim, I think it's coming up next week on Monday is World Entrepreneurs Day. That's exciting.
Yeah, I love this holiday. I think it represents all of us, Carrie, and I think it actually represents the show because that's what we're all about is across the globe connecting with entrepreneurs. I know that the definition for World Entrepreneurs Day, they had a definition for it.
And yes. Do you want me? Is it you? Is it me? One of us is going to take it. So, Kim, I think World Entrepreneurs Day is behind every successful business is someone who faced countless obstacles and stayed on track with the determination to turn the visions into reality. And this day reminds us of what any one of us can achieve. And there's also a quote from Winston Churchill, because he said, "Success is walking from failure to failure with no loss of enthusiasm." And this could be the favourite quote of most entrepreneurs.
Yeah, that's a pretty important one, Carrie.
Mm,
And
I
we want to
reckon.
celebrate everybody, Carrie. We want to celebrate. We've got lots of celebrating still to do during this episode, but ask your questions. We want to celebrate you. You are an amazing human first, and we hope that you are taking your entrepreneur adventure. Got choked, Carrie. Sorry. Emotional about it, but we hope you take your entrepreneur adventure like serious, but as Carrie would say, wrapped in fun.
Always wrapped in fun, Kim. And speaking of fun, let's head over to our first roving reporter, because we have Donna Bender, our certified givologist and branded product specialist. It's over to you, Donna.
Thanks, Kim and Carrie. This is Donna Bender, coming to you as a roving reporter for Good Morning Entrepreneurs. Today's Surprise and Delight marketing segment is a personal story on the importance of showing appreciation. So if you notice, I have this lovely little box on my shelf, and it is a unique and retro lunchbox. And it was given to all of the roving reporters who attended a sticky note weekend retreat in person or virtually with Kim and Jill. During this retreat, we plan out our business for the next quarter, making it a thoughtful gift. And you could find more out about sticky note time on the My Sexy Business website. The lunchbox was given to show appreciation to all of us that attended and help plan out and implement next steps to our business. Inside were various sticky notes and tools for us to use, thus making it a useful and meaningful gift. It was perfectly planned by Jill and Kim to be given out at the start of the school year. Besides looking so cute, this type of box is nostalgic. Nostalgia creates an emotional connection. It elicits a feeling inside of us that takes us back to our own childhood, making this a memorable gift. And the funny part? Several months ago, when Kim was looking for boxes, I presented this idea to her because I knew it was very special and she would love it. When I went into the meeting last weekend, I had not seen how the final product came out. And with all that I knew behind the scenes, I still felt appreciated and thought of by getting a unique, useful, memorable, and meaningful gift. I was so grateful that I was going to get one. I will confess that I spent a good deal of time cushioning it between soft clothing so I wouldn't crush it on my flight back from New York. I love being able to see firsthand the great reactions from all the other recipients and how good all that made Kim and Jill feel as well. That was truly another gift for me. Back to you, Kim and Carrie.
Oh, thank you, Donna.
Donna's so sweet. She did such a great job, Carrie, of finding us what we would call the perfect thing to hand out in New York while we were there. And anyway, it touches my heart. Donna has a show and tell that she does monthly, last Tuesday of every month. And literally, her ideas just rock my world often because she's given us a way to show, that gratefulness. We are grateful for our clients, Carrie. I know you are too.
Oh, absolutely. And Donna's helped us realize how many great questions we can ask of our clients so that we can get to know them a little bit better for those gift giving moments, Kim.
Ooh, that was a good tie into our theme today, Carrie.
I know. This is Donna. Donna tied it in. Absolutely.
That's pretty awesome. And Carrie, we have our next segment coming up, but I need just 1 second because I have something I've gone a little rogue again, y'all, just so y'all know. Everybody's kind of on the edge of their seat, but hold please for just 1 second because I have another thing I want to share as I introduced the rock star Kerry Zarb. So hold please.
Okay. Do you want me to sing or dance? Aw.
So I have up next the Rockstar podcaster with more than 300 episodes, which is a lifetime of episodes, by the way, for a podcast, and brilliant entrepreneur, and the owner and the director of Zinc Business Solutions, and the cover girl for the magazine this month. And Kerry, can I just keep going on and on because you are so amazing? You are also the creator of the virtual cafe where coffee meets money. I mean, you've got all this stuff going on. So welcome to the world. How's that? Kerry Zarb.
Oh, thank you, Kim. And I tell you what, if you just kept going, then the segment would be over. So there's a thing. But honestly, like when you say all that, sometimes I'm like, okay, who am I?
Well, Gary, I want to like wrap this into something because it is definitely a celebration that you have done more than 300 podcasts. That is a lot of episodes. That is a lot of episodes. So, can you, in our theme for asking questions, can you tie or tell us a little bit about all of those episodes and then tie it into why you created the virtual cafe? Because I think you're brilliant, and I need everybody else to know that too.
Oh, Kim, thank you. You're so sweet, and it's too much. But I do like the question a lot because for me, the virtual cafe is all about the calm that we can bring to our business finances. A lot of people are stressed, overwhelmed, feeling the pressure about working the numbers and having to work on the numbers. So I like cafes for their calmness, and I decided to create a virtual cafe. So every time we get together and hang out, this is where we are in my virtual cafe so that I can bring the calm to the business finances. So great question.
Well, Kerry, can we have made no secret about the fact we sponsor our own selves on this show. Can we go to a commercial about the podcast about the beans in business? And then I have another question for you after that. I have a lot of questions, Kerry.
You do. Let's go.
So can we go to that commercial real quick?
Do you struggle to understand your business finances? Are you sick of not being able to keep up with the beans in your business? Tune in to the Simply Biz Beans podcast for weekly coffee convos about business finances. This is where coffee meets money. Hosted by Kerry Zarb and Kim White in the Virtual Cafe, we invite you to join us at our table with your favourite brew. Because we understand your finances are as private as your underwear. This is why we share these personal conversations with you, so that you can get in control of your business finances. We chat about the real issues we've faced with our flippin' digits and discuss everything in a simple way to help you on your Biz Beans journey. As Princess Kim would say, buckle up, and I'll say, come on, let's go, it's coffee time. Catch the Simply Biz Beans podcast on your favourite podcast channel today.
Oh my goodness. I feel like I should play your intro again, Kerry, because just the fact that you've been at this for so long, helping so many people is amazing, Kerry.
Oh, thank you, Kim. And I tell you what, it feels like no time flat, but at the same time, it feels like a lifetime. So it's amazing. Time flies when you're having fun, I say, or many say.
Well, and Kerry, this week's episode, I want to point this out. This week's episode has a great question about it. Would you talk a little bit about why, like, the virtual cafe location matters, why location matters for every entrepreneur?
Well, Kim, I'd like people to tune into the podcast because you and I had a fantastic conversation about the location to work on our business finances. So, not to let too many cats out of bags with that one, or beans out of bags, even. It's really about frog in my throat. It's really about choosing the right place to work on the hard stuff. And I will say you've got to be careful which place you choose, because if it's your favourite, you might want to guard that little favourite spot that you've got to work on the business finances, but we can all find the right place to take some of that heavy away. So if you aren't in the virtual cafe, you may be able to create your own little virtual cafe to work on the finances and have that calm yourself.
Well, I think that's a secret that you've shared with all of us, Carrie, of being able to do that. Like it takes some of the hard out of it because we know exactly what, when, and where.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you, Carrie.
You're very welcome. Thank you, Kim. So, Kim, can we step over to our next roving reporter?
We can, Carrie.
I'm really excited to introduce Holly Totten, who is our very own writing coach. Holly, take it away.
Thanks, Kim and Carrie. This is Holly Totten coming to you as a roving reporter for Good Morning Entrepreneurs. In the last several weeks during this segment, I have been sharing with you reasons why it's important to share your story. Today, I'm going to go a little different path and talk about a common misconception that I hear a lot from entrepreneurs, and that is, I don't have a story to share. Well, I'm going to tell you, you absolutely do have a story to share because we all have a story. But sometimes it's a little bit difficult to figure out exactly what that story is and what the story is that can help us in our business. So I'm going to give you some things to think about to help steer you in that direction. And one of them is, when you think about your business itself, think about the questions that people ask you about your business. What is it that you do? How can you help? What are things that are specific to you that are not specific to other people? What makes you stand out and what makes you different? Those are just a few questions to look at about your business yourself. And those answers to those questions are part of your story that you would share in a book. And personally, the questions that people ask you, how did you start this business? What makes you continue to do this business? What was it that spurred you into understanding that this business is important and powerful? There's all kinds of questions that people ask us all the time, and the answers to those questions, the foundation of your business, what spurred you to do your business, and the things that you offer other people are what make your story valuable as an entrepreneur to your consumers. That's all for today, Kim and Carrie. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Holly had some good questions, Kim.
She certainly did. And Carrie, I know you have one of the books that Holly has done to help people become published authors. And one of the ones from that book now has her own book. So I feel like that's one of the things that we want to say today before we go to our next roving reporter is what Holly said in that video about what you know, or what it is that, I'm going to go back to the ordinary. What you feel like is ordinary and simple to you may not be that way for others. And Holly has helped so many people get their message out there, get their book out into the world. So if you are interested in that, please connect with Holly Totten, because she is the go-to for this community in writing their books. And then Carrie,
So we are going to,
how beautiful.
It's gorgeous. It is gorgeous, because we are going to introduce our next roving reporter, who happens to be the author of that very book, Denise Millay, our findability queen. Over to you, Denise.
Good morning, everyone. This is Denise Millay coming to you as a roving reporter for Good Morning Entrepreneurs. And today's segment, we are going to talk about, are you there? Are you specifically your name? Is it present in the search engine? I know you probably haven't thought about it very much, but you should. You should open a private tab on your browser and put your name in there and see what comes up. Because I didn't know, I didn't think about it way back when, and I wasn't even on the page. So I had to work pretty hard to make sure all the data was filled in all my places. But I'm actually a keyword, and so are you. If you go to a meeting and people search for you, if you go to a networking event, they meet you and they don't remember your company name, they don't remember your website, but they vaguely remember your name, they're going to Google it. They're going to go into the search engine and look for you. So you need to be prepared. You need to make sure you know what is there and what they're going to see. So I strongly recommend that you do this just to make sure you know what is showing. It can be your social media profiles. It could be your podcast platform. It could be your website. So you want to make sure whatever is showing is complete and has the right information about you, because they will go there. It's the new phone book. It's the new thing that people do to find people. So just be prepared. It is important that you know what is showing up when your name is placed in the search engine. We do this because we want you to be findable. If they can't find you, they can't do business with you. And have a great day. Thanks so much. Back to you, Kim and Kerry.
Thank you, Denise. Ooh.
Happens to be the title of her book.
Mhm.
I'm very excited for Denise because she is changing this community's findability.
Oh, yes. And what a great question. Are you there? Ooh.
Yeah. That was worth the price of admission today, Carrie. I'm just saying.
That's it. That's a wrap. We can go home now. Oh, awesome. Oh, wait, we're already home. Oh, no,
wait,
we need to hang around. Definitely got a little bit more happening and coming your way because Kim, our next roving reporter, is ready. The freaking fabulous Kat Corchado, and she's bringing us some more health and wellness. So over to you, Kat.
Thanks, Kim and Carrie. Hi, everybody. This is the freaking fabulous Kat Corchado coming to you as a roving reporter for Good Morning Entrepreneurs. I am your resident health and wellness advocate, helping you stay freaking fabulous throughout your fitness journey. So I've been giving you stretches to do while you're at your chair. But you know what? I started thinking that entrepreneurs have to sleep, right? In order to be up and ready for our business. So I'm going to show you a stretch that you can do before you get out of bed in the morning if you've had chronic back issues, and just see if it helps you out. So I'll show you one side, but you will do both sides. You're going to be on your back. And so you just woke up, you stretched, you're feeling good. And just let your knees tick-tock back and forth like this. Just nice and easy. And then before you get up, you're doing this in the bed, mind you, bring one knee into your chest. Pull your stomach away from your thigh, and then switch. Pull. And then release. And then get up nice and slow. So I hope that helps. And we'll be doing some more stretches you can do in bed. There are several. That's one of them that I do for myself every morning, and it helps a lot. So back to you, Kim and Carrie.
Oh, thank you, Kat.
Oh my goodness, Kat is so amazing. I've been doing that because, I have sometimes, Carrie, I get a preview of things, and I'm in Kat's small space Pilates community. So I have a little bit of practice with Kat, and that has helped me so much. Have you ever seen a kitty cat? We're talking about the freaking fabulous cat, but have you ever seen a kitty cat or a puppy? They get up and they stretch, and
yes,
they know something that Kat knows, because when we stretch before we get out of bed, it's so much better. It's so much better. So love Kat and love the community that she's created for helping all of us entrepreneurs feel better.
Absolutely, Kim. And I'm off to Little Napland shortly, so I'm going to have to just store that one in the front of my brain for when I get up tomorrow morning because I want to be a cat and do the whole stretch in the morning. That's a great idea. I love it.
And I have to giggle. I want everyone to know the behind the scenes part is Carrie was trying to figure out how she could get out of the chair, get in the floor to do the stretch, and get back in the chair before we came back from that segment. So I saw what you were doing, Carrie Zarb.
My brain was like, uh-oh, we're on the floor. How am I going to do this quick? I don't think I can. Uh-oh, this is going to be too much of a challenge because it's all the way down there and I need to be back up here quick, smart. So, yes, saving it for the morning, Kim.
Good job, Carrie.
Thank you. You are tuning in to Good Morning Entrepreneurs, and we will be back in 1 minute after this quick commercial. Once upon a time, there was a princess from Oklahoma living a traveling life in Texas.
When along comes an Aussie bucket of swearing sunshine.
When these two girls from opposite ends of the globe met in February 2021,
even the universe did not know what it was in for.
Determined to solve world problems for entrepreneurs, we still to this day learn just how similar we are.
We have found our passions were too strong not to unite and become the partners in change that we are.
What is a bucket and a boom gate?
So a bucket is basically a category or a way to change how you're looking at something big.
And a boom gate is a way to protect ourselves. Sometimes we need a boom gate to protect ourselves from ourselves.
We have lots of experience of our lifetimes of business, and we want to share that with you.
We look forward to bringing you weekly episodes of the Buckets and Boom Gates podcast.
Welcome back, and thank you for being here with us. We have a lot more show to go, Kim, so I'm pretty excited, and we've got lots more segments to step through. And Kim, I just want to point out that commercial actually highlighted something that I forget probably too often, that we met in February 2021. So that's like 2.5 years ago, Kim.
We've been running the streets for that long across the globe, Carrie.
Yep, kicking the can down the road and everything.
So, Carrie, can I drop something right here that I hope every entrepreneur that's watching is catching on to something behind the scenes wise? All of the things we're doing on this show is possible for anyone who's watching. We want to be that living proof. And I think our podcast, that podcast, is living proof of what you can do as a podcaster or like a live streamer, whatever it is. We want you to be taking notes for yourself of what is possible for you. Because if we can do it, Carrie, I believe anybody can.
Oh, absolutely, Kim. And talk about a little meat in the sandwich right here, because we've not long seen Kat Corchado. Our next roving reporter is Yvonne Marchese, and the reason is these two have come together and started their own little live stream, which we are super proud of. They could be known on the streets, Kim, as the Salty Sisters.
Yes, we love the Salty Sisters and all that they're bringing to their show.
Exactly. So I would love to introduce our resident age agitator. Yvonne Marchese is in the house. So Yvonne, take it away.
Thanks, Kim and Carrie. This is Yvonne Marchese coming to you as a roving reporter for Good Morning Entrepreneurs. I'm your resident age agitator here to talk about midlife entrepreneurship, and I have something exciting to talk about today. A little secret sauce to turbocharge your success. You see, becoming an entrepreneur later in life, it has its own special stress. It can feel like you started too late and you won't have time to see the success that you are hoping for. We all know the daily hustle, emails, meetings, client calls. It's easy to get lost in the whirlwind and forget to make time for the things that you know are going to move the needle forward in your business. So let's talk about the art of making time on your calendar for those special projects that you know are going to make a difference, but you can never seem to find the time to dive into. It's time to reclaim your calendar. Carve out chunks of time on your calendar for your passion projects and your game-changing ideas. Treat them like VIPs on your schedule because that's what they are. Picture this. You, armed with your favorite coffee, diving into that project that you've been dreaming about. That's the magic of carving out that time. You're giving your creativity the runway time to take off. And hey, I get it. Life gets hectic. You're going to have to learn to say no to lower priority tasks. But trust me, when you respect your own time, you're setting a powerful precedent. You are saying to yourself, hey, my dreams matter and I'm making space for them. When you guard these special moments on your calendar, you're sowing the seeds of your future success. Until next time, keep creating, inspiring, keep rocking those calendars. Your time is now. Back to you, Kim and Carrie.
Oh, thank you, Yvonne.
She's so amazing, Carrie. Yvonne is the host of Late Bloomer Living podcast, and I will say she's practicing what she preaches because she has taken a little break from the podcast in order to get some pretty big projects off her plate and finished. So I think that anyone who has met Yvonne is changed. They have changed their way of looking at age, and we just are honored to have her be amongst us, Carrie. That's what I'm going to say.
Oh, absolutely. And honestly, like this, there's a question, there's an undertone in what Yvonne shared about checking the most important things on our calendar. It's really important and needs to be a priority, Kim, as well.
Yeah. She's a great example for us, Carrie.
Exactly. So, Kim, let's head over to our next roving reporter, pretty special one, Jill Olish, who is our mama to all mama entrepreneurs. Over to you, Jill.
Thanks, Kim and Carrie. Hi, this is Jill coming to you as a roving reporter for Good Morning Entrepreneurs with a segment for mama entrepreneurs. Living out your dream life and practicing starting achieving your goals, small and early on, can make it feel like you're not doing the best of jobs at it when you slip into a funk. And that funk can be because of many different reasons. We might have things going on around us or with other people in our lives that affect us. Maybe you just did something really big and you've been melty for a little while. It could even be because you were growing or learning something hard. But in motherhood and in entrepreneurship, we can fall into a funk right in the middle of doing great things, and living out our dream life doesn't mean that it will stay that way. And it doesn't mean that anything was wrong or that there was anything to be concerned about. Instead, we need to be flexible and adjust what we're doing to help ourselves get through that funk. So what does somebody do to get out of a funk? Now that's going to be up to you because every person is going to be different in what works to get out of that funk. For me, when it comes to my whole life, entrepreneurship, motherhood, and everything in between, I try to step away and take a break if I can. Usually I end up curled up on the couch with my son, just watching some shows and escaping from the thoughts that might be taking me down a wrong path. In these phases, I consider that my self-care for the day. And when I get into work mode and I know that I have things to get done for business, I am more guarded of the things that I can do without causing harm to myself or my audience. I will choose things to do for my business on those days, like maybe not starting something new. Instead, I might work on some maintenance or routine things behind the scenes where I know I won't mess up my messaging or use the wrong words or tone when trying to convey my message. Remember to guard yourself and give yourself permission to be in this phase, knowing that you will come out on the other side. Back to you, Carrie and Kim.
Oh, thank you, Jill.
I think we can all get in a funk, Carrie. I think that that's all of us.
Yeah, it's real. It's real, Kim. And Jill just brought it with how we approach that and how we can deal with it, because it's tough. It's really, really tough. Sometimes you feel like the little hole is so deep you can't get out. So I love what Jill highlighted, Kim.
I do too. And I love the part about asking the questions as to why. Like, why are we in that funk and what do we need to do to get out of it? I think when we just stay in that funk, we can, we can just get busy and stay busy. But there's a way to look and see and become aware of what's putting us there and find a way out. So,
Yeah, definitely. Jill brought great questions to the table today, Kim. I love it.
you did a great job.
Yeah. So, Kim, let's go to our next roving reporter because we have Melissa Botoff-Ery and her segment about marketing to sensitive niches. Take it away, Melissa.
Good morning and welcome. Melissa here, coming to you once again straight from my podcast studio, but this morning as a roving reporter for Good Morning Entrepreneurs and the resident expert in impact marketing for niche businesses. Today, I want to build on something that I've spent the last 6 weeks or so talking about with regards to why connecting the dots is so important. But I want to go in a little bit different direction today and talk to you specifically about why leveraging our story is so important. And I say that because I want to draw a distinction between leveraging our story and creating an obligation. So one of these is sustainable for the long haul, and the other one creates only short-term results. So to leverage something is to use it for our maximum benefit. So for the case of most niche businesses, we have a very specific story that connects people or not to what we're doing. We also could use that story to create an obligatory response in people, and there's a very distinct difference between the two. We don't want to create an obligation because that's something that we're expected to do, not something we want to do. Connecting the dots is really important in order to be able to leverage effectively. And I want to give you an example. My son died by suicide. I can leverage my story in front of the right audience in a way that I can create a lasting connection for people that need what I'm offering. Or I can show up in all the places in all the times and prey on people's obligatory response, which would be short term. It's the difference between people wanting something and feeling like they have to do something. And so leveraging your story in an important and powerful way is key. Until next week, back to you, Kim and Carrie.
Thank you, Melissa.
So I want to point out something that Melissa did, and she asked questions to find out what other moms who had lost a child that way needed. And it's very hard to market, as she called, that's the proper word. We're marketing. But what she is doing is literally putting the message out there and the uniting of the moms together so that they have support through something that's really hard, Carrie. She just finished a legacy project last week. Like, it's been a really big deal to see her go through that sensitive marketing, and her leveraging her story and sharing transparently gives other mamas hope of what they can get through. So I know all of that is a lot of words, but I think we need to honor like her and the commitment she has had to changing other mamas' lives who are going through things that she's gone through. So I just have to say hats off to Melissa this morning.
Absolutely, Kim, and thank you for saying all of that because Melissa is absolutely on a mission and a path, and she truly wants to help. That is a huge difference in what she's doing and what she brings to the table to help others.
Yeah. She's the host of the Leftover Pieces podcast. I just want to mention this. She has a ton of resources for mamas who need it and families who need it. And she has the legacy project that she just like kicked off this week again. So she's on round 3 of that, which is incredible. I just cannot be any more proud. Like, I just can't be any more proud of what she's doing to help other people.
Absolutely, Kim. Thank you. Thank you for saying all of that as well. So you are tuning in to Good Morning Entrepreneurs. We will be back in 1 minute after this quick commercial.
This show is sponsored by
Groundwork Brigade Mastermind. Are you an entrepreneur who is focused on making an impact?
But you haven't figured out how to make an income doing it?
We spent years trying to figure out how to do both.
And we realized the business adventure is not a one-size-fits-all. I'm Kim White. I'm the founder and fierce leader of the My Sexy Business team.
And I'm Kerry Zarb, Aussie bucket of swearing sunshine.
And she's a brilliant entrepreneur, by the way.
We both understand how it feels to believe we are the only ones who can't figure things out.
So we decided to join forces so we could get in the trenches with you.
We lead a very special mastermind group so you can be confident in strategically implementing
the right things in the right order so that you too can get the best possible results.
We cover a variety of topics based on what you need,
including building a business that you own and doesn't own you.
We even address themes like social media strategy and simple tech solutions.
If you would like to meet other entrepreneurs who are living proof of what is possible,
come and join us, and the link is below.
Welcome back, and thank you for being here with us on this Friday morning of Good Morning Entrepreneurs. And it ain't over yet, folks. Oh my goodness. I would love to welcome to the stage our very own interview king, media personality, could be a little bus driver at the same time, Adam Rothenberg. Welcome. Good morning.
Good morning.
Adam, I believe you're bringing us another behind the curtain story. Have you got one to share?
I actually do have one to share, Kerry. So today's behind the curtain story is about my interview with Sharon Lawrence, who you may know from ABC's NYPD Blue or the Hallmark movies, The Christmas House and The Christmas House 2, amongst many others. Well, I got to interview her when Sharon was in New York City last summer. She performed in an off-Broadway show called The Shot, all about the first female who ran the Washington Post. And the reason I bring up this interview is because I ended up having an amazing interview with Sharon. But the day that we were supposed to meet, there was some kind of miscommunication, and no one told her that it was going to be a video interview. So she showed up to the interview, she had to park her car, and she was in between errands. And when I told her that this was going to be a video interview, she asked if it was possible to reschedule so she could be in a better location and have better internet connection. Well, in that moment, I had the opportunity to either say, no, let's just do the interview anyway, or I had the opportunity to be flexible with my schedule and make this adjustment so she would feel more comfortable and allow for a better connection. So we rescheduled the interview for a few days later, and she did the interview from the apartment she was staying in while she was filming season 2 of Joe Pickett. So I do feel like if it wasn't for my flexibility, I'm not sure we would have had the amazing interview that we had, because the setting wouldn't have been right, and that would have led to so many factors of mindset. So I do feel like it relates to all of the questions, because I had to ask myself the question of, do I be flexible and reschedule and make her feel more comfortable? Or do I just go through and not have the video and only do the interview audio? Well, I chose to reschedule, make her feel more comfortable, and we ended up having this amazing interview that I was able to use for both video and audio, both on so the audio for my podcast and video for my website.
Oh, Adam, that's amazing. And It sounds like being flexible was definitely the way to go, and you made the right call in the moment and asked yourself the right question, and it all worked out. That's great.
Thank you.
I
Thank
love
you,
all the
Adam.
behind the curtain things. Like I love getting the juicy bits. I have to confess, we are just I can't help it. Adam, you bring juicy bits out, and that's what we want to know. We want to know the behind the curtains.
All the
Well, I'm
time.
happy to be able to share those stories with you and with
Aw.
everybody watching.
Thank you, Adam. And I think we've got our next segment. Kim, I'm going to hand this one over to you. Is it time for Princess Speak?
It is time for Princess Speak, and I want to bring our other associate producer up, Jill Olish. I want her to come and join the conversation so that she can be part of this too. But yes, it is definitely Princess Speak time. So I have to tell you that I love this theme, and Carrie and I got to the show. I'm going to say this. Carrie and I got to the show, and Adam had picked out the theme and the Princess Speak words. He did a great job. So our theme today was asking questions, but we have a phrase around here that's Princess Speak of ask until you're clear. A lot of people will make you feel bad about asking questions or make you feel like you're not smart enough. But I have to tell you, that's their problem. Because if you have a question, ask. Like ask until you're clear so that you can do the thing that you're trying to do. So I'm just going to say that out loud, and then I would love for each one of you to answer, what does it mean to you to ask until you're clear?
Jill, do you want to go first?
Sure. Oh, ask until you're clear is a challenge. That's what it means to me because I'm not one to ask questions. So it is like a personal challenge of mine to practice asking questions. But it is to me, asking until you're clear is to ask the questions until you understand what you're looking to get out of what the information is that is presented to you.
Thank you,
Adam.
Jill.
Thank you, Jill. How about you, Adam?
Ever since I came in this community, I have definitely adopted the ask until you're clear. And I ask so many questions, and I have put that into my personal life too. And my personal life definitely in asking a lot of questions includes a lot of eye rolls from Angelo. Sometimes I get that look when it's like, you've asked the question, like, I can't believe you're asking that question. And I'm just like, well, I have to ask till I'm clear. So I have definitely adopted that in all facets of my life.
Can I just say, you're welcome, Angelo.
And Kim, I got introduced quite early to this ask until you're clear business. And I think it is something that I've naturally adopted and probably had a moment of, I think I've been doing this for quite a while. So I'm quite inquisitive. I do like to ask questions and I do like to be clear, but I think you've brought a whole new level to my world of ask until you're clear. So it's one of my favorites.
So Princess Speak, we probably should have said this up front, Carrie, but Princess Speak is just our language that we speak from our community. I didn't even think about it, so I'm just going to do it backwards. We're okay with doing things backwards and messy around here. but going back into what it really is, we're not trying to do something so that we exclude anyone. We're actually trying to include other entrepreneurs that need to know what the big fat business words are. We have our version to make sure we're helping, because you know what? I'm kindergarten. I am kindergarten princess. That is what I say to everybody. I will ask questions. If you don't like that, you don't want to be my friend, because I am going to ask the questions until I understand.
So, Kim, what's one of your favorite questions to ask?
Why? I'm like the little kid. Why? Because as an entrepreneur, this is like true story. As an entrepreneur, we get told we're supposed to do all kinds of things. Well, why are we doing that? if we know why, it kind of empowers us to do things when it gets tough or when it gets harder. So when you don't know why you're doing something, find out. Ask that question of, why is this important? Why is this strategic? Why is this going to do something for my business? So you just called me right out loud, Carrie.
I did, and I've got more questions. Jill, what's your favorite question?
It is not why, because I am in that phase with a toddler. That is the question I don't like. I don't know, Carrie. That is a good question. I think my favorite question to ask is, how are you? Because I'd like to know, really, how are things for you? So that's my favorite question to ask. It helps me set the stage for how our conversation will go.
That's a good one, Jill. Adam, you need to follow that.
Oh, I thought we were saying what's our favorite question that Kim asks, because my favorite question that Kim asks me is, can you ask me that in another way?
This is true. This is often as well, because I hear what you're saying, but I'm not sure what you're saying.
Well, Kim, my favorite question, and I think a lot of entrepreneurs will relate to this one. Are we there yet?
Yeah.
More referring to the road trips than the entrepreneurial journey.
No, that's a great question, Carrie, because let me just say, this is what everyone that I've ever met, including myself, by the way, we all want to hurry up and get to that place we are supposed to get to as an entrepreneur. So I love all these questions that you all love too, just saying.
Does anyone else have questions?
I have a question. I just want to make sure, was there something special you wanted to do, Kim, during this time, or did you do it?
Well, I did it, but you know what, Adam? If you could hold, please. I think it's the perfect time to do something again. So let's just go there again.
Birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
We are so grateful for our Adam.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you.
So we have to giggle and just make a quick confession, because y'all know how I am about things. I can be very rogue sometimes. But I want to say that Adam has never seen those pictures before. Adam had no idea that they were coming, and I giggle because this was from part of the photo shoot we did in New York a couple weeks ago. And there's lots of pictures coming now, but everybody's wanted to know where they were, and I've been like, not yet, not yet, not yet, so that we can surprise Adam today. So many more to come, Adam.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. It's beautiful. And I love those pictures. Now I can't wait to download them.
Well, you are an amazing human, and we appreciate all you do for this show and all you are.
Happy birthday, Adam.
Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate it. And I love this community so much, and you all mean so much to me.
Jilla, were you going to say something?
Oh, I was just chiming in with the happy birthday.
Okay. Just stop talking to me. Stop calling on me.
Oh, look, it's all down there. Look.
Yay. Very cute. So we want to leave you all with this thought. Don't ever feel like you're not smart enough when you have questions. You never ask too many questions. The answers you find will help you move the needle forward, and ask until you're clear. Join us next Friday at 7 a.m. Central.
This is the team signing off for Good Morning Entrepreneurs.